Hi, everybody. Weldon at WeldonPC. Today, we're going to be covering the basics of Google Docs. Google Docs is a cloud-based word processor and Excel spreadsheet program that allows you to create and edit documents online. Whether you're at home or the office or on the go, you can get access to your documents from anywhere with internet access. In this presentation, we'll cover some of the basics of Google Docs, and we'll do a walkthrough near the end. To sign up for Google Docs, you'll need a Google account. If you already have one, you can use it to sign in. If not, you'll need to create one with the following steps. Once you've signed up for Google Docs, you'll be taken to the home page, and from here, you can create a new document or access your existing documents and navigate the various tools and features through the interface. Creating a new document in Google Docs is easy. You can choose from a variety of templates, or you can start with a blank document. Once you've named your document, you're ready to start working. Google Docs offers a wide range of editing tools and features to help you create professional-looking documents. You can add text, images, tables, and more. You can also format your content using styles and themes. You can collaborate with others in real time to work on the same document at the same time together. In Google Docs, you can easily share your documents with others and choose who to share it with and what level of access they have, whether it's view only, comment, or full-on edit. You can also add a message to let them know what the document is about. Collaborating with others is one of the key features of Google Docs. You can work on the same document in real time, see changes as they happen. You can also leave comment suggestions and view the version history to see what changes have been made over time. Although Google Docs is cloud-based, you can still work on documents even when you're not connected to the internet. You'll need to install the Google Docs Office extension and enable offline access to your documents. This slide will cover some of the steps needed to take your work offline, as well as some troubleshooting steps that you can use if you run into any issues. Once you've finished creating your document, you'll want to share it with others or save it for future reference. Google Docs makes it easy to export and download your documents in a variety of formats, including Word, PDF, and a few others. Keyboard shortcuts can help you work more efficiently in Google Docs. This slide will cover some of the common keyboard shortcuts as well as some specific shortcuts for navigating, editing, and formatting your documents. Finally, here are some tips and tricks to get more out of your Google Docs. You can use templates to save time, customize your toolbar, include most used tools, explore the add-ons, extend your functionality of Google Docs, use voice typing, the new artificial intelligence. You can even dictate to your documents so you don't have to sit and type word for word. So, in conclusion, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second, and I'm going to switch over to our test Google Drive here, and you can take a look at how we can use Google Docs in real time. All right, so first, if you don't have a Google account, and we are going to assume for this presentation, we're going to assume that you do have a Google account. The way you're able to access your Google Docs, and this is available to everybody, is by going to docs.google.com. Once you get there, you're presented with this particular layout. What this is it's the documents interface for us to use something that looks a lot like word processor or Microsoft Word or the WordPad with a little bit more features that was built into Windows. And I don't know if anybody knows, but WordPad was discontinued recently with some of the later updates in Microsoft. So WordPad in Windows is going to be gone pretty soon. So across the top, you're going to see where it says we can start a new document. You can use these templates. You can browse for other templates as well. In this case, we're just going to start a very basic blank document. And you'll see we have a fairly routine looking document, like most other word processors, like Word and WordPad and everything else. So I want to type a Word document. You just place your cursor and start typing. Another thing that people have the ability of doing, which I don't think I can do because I am using testing 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So if I press the Windows and H key on my keyboard while I'm in a Word document, the Windows and H key on the keyboard, press and hold the Windows key, and then press and release the H key. The microphone comes up, and then it starts to type everything that I dictate. So from here, I can talk to my computer, and it will type everything that I'm saying into the computer. I don't need to worry about putting periods in sometimes, comma. If you do need to use punctuation marks, such as an exclamation mark, comma, period, ampersand, it will start to type the Word document and the punctuation needed, period. And if I press the Windows and H key, or if I click on the microphone, it will stop dictating. And then from here, I can go back through and I can edit, because obviously I misspoke. And then if I right click on it, it'll give you spelling options, spelling correction or grammatic options to fix it. If I want to take typing a Word document and I want to make it larger, click and drag over top. Or if you're on a phone or a tablet, you can tap and drag over top as long as you're able to highlight it. Switch normal text, and then you can click on title. And if you like the underline look, which I do for a title, you can add that there as well. If I want to center, again, all I want to do is highlight the portion that I'm centering. And then you come up to the alignment or justification tool, and then you can justify to the center. You can also add images, just like you do in a Word document. So, if, for example, if I were to go to Google and I were to type in railroad locomotive, and let's say I wanted to take this picture right here and attach it to my Word document. If I right click and I select copy image, I can go back into my Google Docs tab. I can right click and I can paste that image in. So now, if I were to say, railroad locomotive report, and if I want to name my document, all I need to do is come up here and change. Well, now it picked up what I wanted. So I'm going to click on that document, and then it takes us back out to our Google Docs page. From here, if I want to create another document, we'll pick one of the templates here that says report. You know what? Let's not use the report because we already are doing a report technically on a railroad locomotive. So let's delete the report from here. Say remove. We'll move it to the trash. And then let's do something a little bit more. Let's see. What are some of our options? We can do a sales quote, training proposal. See if there's like a flyer of some type. Brochure is good. We'll use the brochure. So then here's a 2-page brochure. And then you can go up here and change your company name to my company name. And then if you just click on the particular areas and change the text as you see fit, you can go in and create your own flyer. And it prints just like a normal document or email would. So if you were to go to File and Print, I don't have a printer set up here, but you'd see that it would, if the PDF printer was a printer that would print PDF, print a physical page, you'd see that I get 2 pages of my brochure out. The other thing I can do is I can share with other people. And what you do is when you're in here, you come up to the field and you type in something like Weldon at WeldonPC.com. And then you can select their type of editing or lack of editing. If I just want the person to view the document, you select viewer. If you want them to be able to annotate over top of the document, not edit the document, but just comment on the document, you would select the commenter. And if you want them to have full edit access, you would give them editor access. And I can copy that link if I want, and then I could send it in an email. And if I hit send in my personal email box, this link to this particular document will show up. Like we said in the PowerPoint presentation, you can also download in Word in open document format, rich text, PDF, which is a nice touch. You can do an e-publication. You can actually publish this as a website as well if you wanted to do something like that. The version history tells me how many times the document has been edited. In this case, we've only edited it a few times at 5:14 and 5:13 when we first created it. So if I go back, the year's gone, and instead of it saying my company, it says your company. And if I flip back over, it shows the latest version. And if you want to make a copy of one of the versions, you can make a copy of it. So if you want to reference it later on, you can. You also have the ability from here to move the document into a different folder in your drive if you want to, but I find this to be a little bit more of a difficult way of going about it. I'll show you that in just a second. If I want to make this available offline, if I turn that on, I now have the ability of editing this document offline, and that should be in my documents folder. Should be. We'll come back to that. Some of the other functions we have, we can pick what language we're in. And we can also do page setup, which would give us access to changing the top margin, bottom, left, and right margins. We can also change our page size. from our standard 8.5 letter to tabloid or legal. This is really the basics of Google Docs. It's just a word processor. There are things like an Excel and a presentation, which is like a PowerPoint. But if I want to come out here and I want to create a folder and move things around, I have the ability of going to my drive. You have all these functions here. So we're going to go to the drive because that's where everything's stored. So now I can right click here. I should be able to right click here, but I can make a new folder, call it documents. Then if I drag and drop that document up into my documents folder, now I can double click and there's my brochure for our business and our railroad locomotive document. So before we conclude today, does anybody have any questions about Docs at Google? Please feel free to unmute yourself if you're okay being recorded. If you don't want to be identified, feel free to just type in the chat window and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. From everybody at Weldon PC, I want to thank you for taking the time to stop in and learning just a little bit about Google Docs. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you have any recommendations on Tuesday evening classes that you'd like to see us put on, please send an email to info@weldonpc.com. Give us a call. Find us on Facebook. We really appreciate you stopping by. If you have any computer problems, don't forget to call Weldon PC, 216-475-0661. Have a good day.